Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the kitchen at Peoria Notre Dame High School here in Peoria. We are about ready to get kicked off here. We're going to ask to pause here as we start with our pregame prayer. All right, folks, we're back again. Once again, I'm Jim Lynch. Beside me is Mike Plunkett. And as Mr. Cummings announces today's starting lineups for our freshman contest as we welcome the Maroons from Champaign Central High School, I will turn it over to Mr. Plunkett to see if we can grab some of these starters for these freshman teams. Mr. Plunkett, how are you today?
Hey, doing great, Jim. It's nice to be here. Another somewhat long day of basketball, but it's fun. It's good to be watching basketball. As we see Champaign starters being introduced. First of all, number 45, Ben Sutton. Number 13, Landon Robinson. Number 11, Chris Miller. Number 35, Benjamin Bandy. And finally, number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez. The Maroons are coached by P.J. Keaton. Now we'll meet the starters for the freshmen from Notre Dame. Number 1, Andrew Elward. Number 5, Philip Rupiper. Number 11, Liam O'Neill. Number 13, J.P. Ament. And number 15, Patrick O'Donnell. And the freshman Irish are coached by Bill Blackford and Mario West. Well, Jim, we'll see how the freshmen look with a week of practice or working on some things. I know they're minus a couple players today, and that's going to be the kind of the protocol for the COVID season. You know,
going to have
just
a little bit of a revolving door for
Yes.
some of these weeks. Joaquin Heft and Elliot Lynch are not in the lineup today for the Irish as a last-minute quarantine. Neither are with COVID, but due to quarantine protocol, neither are in the lineup for today as a last-minute scratch for both of them. The Maroons inbound the ball, and they've gotten things started. Number 13, Robinson, with the ball near the top of the key, brings it around. He is guarded by Elward. He swings it to 21, Zarco Gutierrez, who swings it over to 45, number 11 with the long three, back to 11. 11 is Chris Miller, who gets it back to number 21, Zarco Gutierrez, gets it back to 45. 45 is Ben Sutton. And during the transition there to number 13, Landon Robinson gets called for the travel. So it'll be Irish ball underneath the opposing basket.
And, you know, kind of like what we talked about the last freshman game, when you've got a freshman class like we have at Notre Dame where you have several kids playing either the sophomore level and or varsity level, this is a chance for these kids to kind of get discovered a little bit. Nice shot attempt.
Nice shot attempt for Philip Rupiper. Just wiggles out of the basket, and here come the Maroons back the other way. And a nice attack at the basket for number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez, for his first two basket of the game.
But this is these kids' chance to, you know, you just don't know. You could find a diamond in the rough here. You know, kids mature at different levels, and you just don't know what you're going to see yet. So these kids need to really take advantage of these opportunities.
Absolutely.
Do well, let the coach, you know, catch coach's eye. Very nice cut, nice pass.
Nice feed underneath from Rupiper to O'Neill. Just couldn't finish the layup, and here come the Maroons back the other way.
Excellent cut without the ball by O'Neill. Just like you said, couldn't finish.
Maroons look to work the ball, getting it around near the top of the key. Number 35, Bandy had it near the top of the key, swings it back to number 13, Robinson. Robinson looking to drive. He loses the ball, and here comes Ament back the other way on the fast break. Misses the layup, and the Maroons look to bring it back the other way.
Chris Miller with good hustle for the Maroons. Get that rebound.
Long three, and nice rebound by Rue Piper. Gets into his point guard's hand, and Liam O'Neill will bring it back up for Notre Dame. 5:30 left here in the quarter. And the Maroons have a 2-0 lead. We've seen a lot of that here in these first two games, for not only for Notre Dame but for normal last game and in the first game here, that making decisions before they get set, and that trailing foot just dragging a couple inches, and at this level the referees will catch on that right away.
That's exactly right. Just a matter of the timing just wasn't there. O'Neill picked the ball up expecting his wing to had busted open, and hadn't gotten there yet.
Right.
And just the thing, the point guard, you got to keep your dribble until you are going to pass the ball. And again, just a learning experience.
Number 3, Lawrence Davis checks in for Champaign Central. He now has the ball, swings it near the top of the key to number 35, Bandy, who kicks it out to Chris Miller. Miller back to Lawrence Davis, who's checked in. Number 13 makes a good move, gets his own rebound, goes up strong, draws the foul. And number 13, Landon Robinson, will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. That foul was on number 15, Patrick O'Donnell. That'll be his first, the team's first. Robinson did a nice job there of getting O'Donnell to leave his feet.
He did. He posted up. They got the ball in, and he went hard to the basket. And again, the lack of size with a couple kids out makes that second one. A couple kids out, that makes a difference inside. The rebound's a little harder to come by, so you're going to see the Irish going to have to do a really nice job of blocking their man out and getting after the ball.
Nice strong move by O'Neill to the hoop. Once again, looks like a little miscommunication. The person he was passing to wasn't there. Nice kick, and
very nice.
Just nice kick to number 42, TJ Pipkins, with a nice bucket there.
Great penetration and pass, and he caught the ball with one thing in mind. That was to square up and shoot it, and he had a really nice looking shot.
Coach Blackford is not liking what he sees here in the first couple minutes. He calls a 30-second timeout, but this will transition to our first media timeout of the first quarter.
I was just going to say, I think this will go into that longer timeout, so gives us the time to get a little organized here. These 4 o'clock starts, it's a little tough.
We come in very quickly here, folks. School's only ended within the last hour or so. It ends at 3 o'clock, so everybody's scrambling from work, from the school day to get here, get the equipment set up, and so we apologize if we're a little harried here to get things up and running.
Yeah, school's out at 3:05, and I'm working from home, but I've learned that you don't want to be in a high school parking lot when kids are leaving. So I give them a little bit of room. I don't want to play bumper cars with a bunch of 16 and 17-year-olds, so I usually let them get out of here, and then I pull in when it's safe. So.
And with yesterday being a snow day, it's bumper cars on ice, and it's an interesting sight. So we let them get out of the way, and we come in safe and sound. And to you Notre Dame students at home, we know you are impeccable drivers. We just like to give you your space.
I just know what I was like when I was 16 or 17, and I wouldn't have wanted to be around me when I was driving that way. So
absolutely,
I get it entirely.
Absolutely. So as we come out of the media timeout here in just a couple of seconds, Champaign Central with a 5-0 lead over the Notre Dame Irish. And we'll give you the kids on the court coming out as soon as they do.
Yeah, Notre Dame again just needs to get a shot. They had a little trouble getting their offense going the first time we saw them play. Just need to get something to fall, so maybe they can pick up a little pressure and try to force the action and maybe get an easy basket or two to make things a little bit easier for you.
On the court for the Irish, we do have O'Donnell, O'Neill, Ament, Rue Piper, and Andrew Elward.
Very nice cut,
nice
look.
cut for Ament, and great feed underneath by number 15, Patrick O'Donnell, and a beautiful finish there by number 13, JP Ament.
Very well executed play out of a timeout. That's nice to see.
Well, one too many steps there for number 3, Lawrence Davis, and he'll pick up the travel. It was a great move, just great closeout defense by the Irish and forced to travel.
And that's another one of those things where they learn as they go along that you take it to a certain point, and at this level, the high school freshman on up, you're going to get that help defense, and you're going to have to stop and jump stop and make a move.
Nice feed from O'Neill into the middle to Andrew Elward there, who took a great opportunity to drive the lane and drew a nice foul there.
Gotta make sure his shirt is tucked in. You gotta follow the IHSA rules.
Absolutely. Number 21, Mason Cognall, checking in for the Irish. Ball went off the Maroons. It'll stay with the Irish here at their end of the court.
And I can see the central coach talking to his player right there and just saying, you're going to get that rebound if you step back, get your body on somebody. And again, that's just a basic thing. When your opponent is shooting a free throw, when you're on defense, you got one thing to do, and that's get the rebound. That's the only thing you worry about.
Long inbound pass to Ament.
No need to do that.
Yep, there is no backcourt on that.
That was such a bizarre play. I don't think the officials quite knew what to call.
Sure
I'm not sure what was going to be called.
I'm not sure there was any violation there, but there was on that one. Just the happy feet again, still getting these young ball players, and Andrew Elward caught dragging the back foot on the pivot, and another travel violation. Reaching the 3.5 minute mark. Once the clock starts moving again, and we have the Maroons leading the Irish 5-2. Andrew Elward picks up his first foul of the day, and that'll be the second foul for the Irish. Ball's inbound strongly to number 42, kicks it out to number 40, takes a strong move to the hoop. Goes up beautifully. Eric Smith picks up his first basket of the day.
And you're right. That was really a nice strong move, under control, and finished it well.
Drew Piper with the ball on the wing, kicks it out to Cognall, but it's picked off by number 42. And 42 with a nice strong finish. TJ Pipkins for the layup, increasing the lead here for the Maroons 9-2. Drew Piper with the ball on the wing, drives hard underneath. Nice floater underneath on the baseline. And Drew Piper picks up his first basket of the game. Just a little too much on that pass from number 13, Landon Robinson, and ball sails right out of bounds.
And this will be 20. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Jim.
I was just going to let everybody know number 20, Tommy Mottler, checks in for the Irish, and number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez, checks back in for the Maroons.
And I was just saying, I've noticed in the Notre Dame bench on that defensive possession, they're just worried about positioning and being where you're supposed to be, and that's the word they're having right now. Conversation on the bench anyway.
Drew Piper with the ball up top. Nice screen from Ament. He looks to roll. Ball with Mottler up top. Kicks it to Elward. Nice screen from Mottler and a cut. Just a little too much on the pass, and Mottler struggled to keep control of it.
Yeah, not a bad idea. They looked to do something that was positive, just couldn't execute it.
They're certainly running this offense much more fluidly than they were last week. Strong defense from O'Neill. Ball's kicked out to number 40, Eric Smith. Number 13, Robinson has the ball near the top of the key. He looks to drive. Good help defense from Drew Piper.
He's a strong force when he puts the ball down and goes to the basket. We got to be able to contain that dribble.
Robinson did a nice job drawing that foul on Rue Piper, his first, team's third. Robinson will go to the line shooting 2 shots. Robinson hits the first. Number 10, Elijah Gilbert, will check in for the Irish. Number 45, Ben Sutton, checking back in for the Maroons. Second free throw's off, but nice hustle from number 40, Eric Smith, picking up his second bucket of the day.
Yeah, he's come off the bench and given 2 big buckets. They're just, they're a little bigger, a little stronger than our kids, so our kids are going to have to do a better job of getting a body on them and just out-toughing them. And once again, we're going to have to just take better care of the basketball, get good shots. And when you get that shot, you got to knock it down.
Nice screen from Mottler again. Gilbert looks to drive, actually pulls up. Jumper is short. Rebound to number 13, Robinson. Officials timeout to get a substitution in on a mask violation. Number 4, Brady Carew, comes in for the Irish.
And as uncomfortable as it is, the rule says you got to wear that mask on the floor.
Foul on the floor as Robinson drives to the basket. There will not be a shooting foul. Number 5, Philip Rupiper, picks up his second foul.
And once again, Robinson making a strong move to the basket, and we've just got to be able to stay between him and the basket, and help has got to slide over a little bit sooner.
Strong cut by number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez, getting to the hoop quickly, and he picks up his second basket of the game. With 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, Maroons have increased their lead. Zarco Gutierrez picks up his first foul of the day, team's second, putting Rue Piper to the line, shooting 2 shots.
And I like Rue Piper's thinking right now is let's take the ball to the basket and create something. Let's force something to happen.
First free throws off for Rue Piper. Number 35, Benjamin Bandy, checks in for the Maroons, giving number 40, Eric Smith, a little breather. I think he's earned it.
Yes.
Second free throws off for Rue Piper. Snuck one by the referees on that.
Yep.
Robinson with the ball, free throw line extended, looks to drive again. It's been working for him, but he kicks it out to 45. Sutton goes strong to the hole and picks up his first 2 points of the game.
Sutton just looks like a strong young man and made a nice move and a nice finish. There was maybe a little bit of contact, not enough to call anything on, but to be able to finish that is a good thing for a freshman to be able to do. Do we know how much time's left? Let's see.
Mottler with the strong move. Ball goes off his leg, out of bounds. Maroons will have it underneath Irish basket. And at the end of one, the Champaign Central 16, Notre Dame 4.
Yeah, the Maroons were going to roll the ball down to save a little time, but they forgot to pick it up, and we picked it up and forgot how much time was left on the clock. So it was kind of not an ideal way to finish either way, but it is freshman basketball, and they haven't played a lot of games, so anything can happen here.
These boys are used to starting their season in October, or at least early November, and here they are almost starting their season a year from when they ended their basketball season last year. Many of these boys playing well into, February for many of them with regionals. Many of these boys who played for St. Thomas got a trip to state last year. St. Philomena saw some good regional action. The boys at St. Vincent also a trip to state. So these guys saw deep late season action. I know the couple of boys who played for the St. Jude Co-op saw a regional final. So again, many of them saw extra games last year, but again, then you stop playing. Then it's shut down. And again, that's almost a year since they put on a uniform and played action like this.
And you don't get your summer workouts that you normally would have, and the fall workouts, and all those things get taken away, and that makes a difference. But it's the same. I mean, everybody was on the same page across the state.
Right.
So it's not an excuse. It just is going to show with these young kids.
Right. There's a nice cut there and feed again from O'Neill that meant just a little too far under the basket. And here come the Maroons.
Good hustle.
O'Neill with good hustle. Carew with a good steal under the hoop, but just stepped on the line. And again, it's just fine-tuning those little things, but a little fire here from the Irish to kick off the second quarter.
And, you mentioned this the other night that, these kids all come from so many different schools, and they're just still getting used to playing with each other instead of against each other. And that will affect a little bit of that timing, just knowing what each other's capable of doing.
Rupiper with a spot-up jumper off the mark. And the Maroons come back the other way. Zarco Gutierrez with the ball, kicks it over to Robinson. Robinson looking to drive, kicks it back to Zarco Gutierrez. He drives instead. Nice move. And the Maroons with 2 offensive rebounds, and this number 35, Benjamin Bandy, getting the first bucket of the quarter.
And again, just a little more physical, and we just have to find people and get a body on them and just toughen things up a little bit.
Carew with the ball, free throw line extended, hits Elward down on the baseline corner. Elward with a strong move, just ran into a wall of Maroon and had nowhere to go. And here comes Champaign Central back the other way. Central with the ball up top. Robinson assessing the situation, looking to drive. Pulls it out, and nice cut from number 35. Bandy just wasn't ready for the ball.
Yeah, I think he just maybe caught it by surprise, I think, but it was really a good pass.
It was a very nice pass from Robinson.
And he just didn't expect it, but I didn't expect that pass to get there. That was just a good pass.
O'Donnell with the ball, hitting Ament again, cutting. Ament's doing a wonderful job cutting that lane, and certainly you can see the effects of him being coached very well at St. Vincent over the last several years. And again, Central coming back the other way, just a little too much dribble, and couldn't hold on to it. And the ball will come back the other way, leading.
I believe Central called a timeout.
Yeah, Central did call
to maintain possession.
30-second timeout. I don't know if this will lead to the media timeout. I suspect it might. Might be a little early, but.
Yeah, they may wait till it's under 5 minutes.
Right. They often do.
Yep, looks like they're going to, but that's okay. Anytime these guys get a chance to talk to their kids and coach them up a little bit, that's important. They need to do that.
The more at this age right now, the better. Once again, folks, this is a triple bill this evening where we have all 3 boys basketball teams from Champaign Central making the trip to Peoria today. So following this game, we'll have the sophomore team, and then this evening's nightcap will be the varsity teams from Central and Notre Dame competing. Nice move through the lane again from number 42, TJ Pimpkins. Just not enough put on the shot, and Notre Dame rebounds, comes back the other way. Elward with the ball, kicks it out to Carew. Carew looking in the middle to feed someone. He drives instead, gets it to Ament, who passes it to a cutting Rupiper. Unfortunately, Rupiper had cut before the pass, and nobody's there to catch it.
And this is one of those I just noticed that time where we're looking to reverse it, but sometimes you can take a dribble or two one direction and come back and throw the ball back from where you got it from, and the way the defense is shifting, that may be open.
There's a nice feed inside, and Robinson with a good look, misses the first shot, gets his own rebound, and puts the ball away.
Yeah, right now we just don't have an answer for Robinson's strength around the basket.
Carew with the ball looking to drive towards the lane, pulls it back out.
Got to look at the officials, got a count going here.
And there it is. As you predicted, the 5-second call was made, and the ball is turned over.
I think we're going to go to our officials timeout now, it looks like.
And the media timeout is called as my partner. And they're going to wave off the media timeout. And
Since
we're
they
going to
just had
continue
that
playing. They
timeout.
just had that timeout, so they're going to use that as a media timeout. Number 10, Elijah Gilbert, has checked in for the Irish, along with number 3, Lawrence Davis, for Central. Number 42, TJ Pimpkins with the ball, kicks it over to 15, Dante Sanchez. Number 1, that was number 1, Chase Bartlett, with a nice drive. Unfortunately, the shot did not connect with the hoop, and the Irish come back the other way. Gilbert with a nice move into lane, and again, the Irish are struggling to connect on their passes right now. That's the third pass we've seen in the last 5 that has not connected with an Irish body.
And a little over dribbling. You can penetrate to a degree, but if you take that one extra dribble and get double teamed, that's going to make that a much tougher pass for you.
Number 11, Liam O'Neill, is back in for Notre Dame. 42, Pimpkins with the ball. Nice left-handed drive. Gets blocked by Ament.
Ament's pretty active on defense. He does a nice job. We've talked about him cutting without the ball, and he's active on defense as well.
Pass from O'Neill gets ping-ponged around and out of bounds on Central. Nice look inside, but it wasn't there. Ball comes back to O'Neill, who brings it back up top to start the offense. Nice move from O'Neill on the crossover, and he looks to drive. Nice left-hand floater off the glass, and O'Neill
like to see him get rewarded.
Bucket of the day. That was a nice move by Liam O'Neill.
He plays hard. You can see he's always out there. He's talking. He's directing traffic. He's giving everything, and it's nice to see him get rewarded with a bucket here.
Nice player out of St. Thomas Catholic School in Peoria Heights. Nice rebound there from Liam O'Neill. Settles things down, brings it up center court. Kicks it out to Andrew Elward. Oh, looks to take the screen, but takes it back the other way. Floater is off.
And I know the shot was not there, but he made the right move. You refuse the screen, go the other direction. Get to the point where you take a couple dribbles, pull up, and you got a nice jump shot there. Made the right play, just got to learn how to finish.
Dante Sanchez kicks it out to Pipkins. Pipkins swings it back to Sutton. Sutton over to Winfrey. Winfrey swings it back to Davis, sorry. .42 Pipkins with the ball, looks to drive again, gets it back to number 15. Strong rebound for O'Donnell, and O'Neill brings it back the Irish way. Drew Piper with the ball, looks to get it inside. He does. And it's out of bounds on Central. Number 40, Eric Smith, checking back in for the Maroons. Strong force in the first quarter. I suspect that will be similar to this one. Nice move there underneath from Andrew Elward.
Elward's doing some really nice things. He'll get that to fall. He's doing some nice things.
Nice jumper for number 23, Ivan Winfrey, his first bucket of the game. With just under 2 minutes to go, Coach Blackford wants to talk about what he's seeing. And with 1:58 left in the second quarter, the Maroons have a commanding 22-6 lead over the Irish. What do you think Coach Blackford is telling his boys?
I think, again, it's what you need to do. First of all, offensively, they seem to be running things a little bit better, but continue to execute, get the ball to the person when they're open. Sometimes we're waiting a little too late for that. Then defensively, we just got to belly up on people a little bit more. We just got to show a little bit more toughness and strength on defense. I know I've heard him a couple times howling in. We get a body on somebody to block out on the shot, and just a little more toughness on defense. But again, these kids will learn how to play man-to-man defense. I don't know what kind of defense they played in grade school. Sometimes it's very difficult for the grade school coaches due to just lack of time to be able to teach really man-to-man principles. Just don't have that time. So a lot of times it's new to these kids playing this man-to-man. So continual teaching on the benches on both sides. I'm looking at it from both sides with these young kids.
Strong take from Rue Piper again to the lane and picks up a foul, number 40. Eric Smith picks up his first. He'll be the team's third, and Rue Piper will get to the line again for his third and fourth free throws of the half. Nice free throw from Philip Rue Piper, picking up his third point of the game. Second free throw is off. Shots off for the Maroons. Nice rebound for number 3, Lawrence Davis. Brings it out, sets up the offense. Kicks it out to Winfrey. Winfrey with the ball, gets it to Pipkins. Smith with the ball, kicks it. Long three for Winfrey off the mark. Dement with the ball, gets it to O'Neal, and O'Neal will bring it back up to start the Irish offense.
And from the Notre Dame side, we'll take that shot. They've been hurting us inside quite a bit.
Nice strip from number 3. And a nice Euro move, did not drop. It's a nice strip by Davis and attacking the hoop. Just couldn't get that layup to fall. And number 20, Tommy Mottler, checked in for the Irish, and number 11, Chris Miller, checks in for Central. And you may have heard over our court mic, the referees are really keeping the boys in check in terms of keeping their shirts tucked in and their masks up. If anything, you're going to look good today.
Right.
Regardless of how you play, you will look good today on this court. Rue Piper with the ball near the top of the key, guarded by Miller. Elward with the ball, guarded by Davis. Nice move from Elward. Kicks it out to men. 37 seconds on the clock. O'Neal with the long three off the glass. And again, it's a patented Irish shake your head when you bank a three in. But that was a nice three for O'Neal.
I heard him call it. I don't know about you. I heard it.
We'll take it. We'll absolutely take it.
And, you know, talking about the mask and the shirts tucked in and all that with the officials, and one thing in their defense is they never know if there could be an official, an evaluator of officials who are here, and maybe asking them after the game, why'd you let so-and-so do this or that? And, you know, these officials are trying to work their way up just as these players are, so they'll probably be a little more pickier at this level.
Absolutely. Fouls on number 13, JP Ament, his first, team's fifth. Winfrey with the ball, kicks it to number 11, Chris Miller. Chris Miller drives, doesn't like what he sees, swings it out to Pipkins. Pipkins misses the baseline jumper, and that'll bring us to halftime. Our halftime score is Central 22, Notre Dame 10. Initial thoughts going into halftime?
Just again, I think it's a matter of, if you just look at the personnel, as we're missing two of our taller kids, it's a little tougher inside for us. So just the adjustments we have to make is just individually, we have to just toughen up a little bit and belly up some of these guys and get bodies on them on rebounds. Continue to do, you know, they picked up their pace. You know, you'd commented on offense, moving the ball better, doing some cuts, getting some shots, going to the basket. Just have to finish those. If you do the right thing and the shots don't fall, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. But defensively, just be a little tougher. Get it in their face and be a little tougher with that and make life a little bit tougher. But again, 22 points and a half is not giving up a lot of points, so we're not doing a horrible job with that.
The scoring for Champaign Central is fairly balanced, with about 6 guys coming up with those, or 7 guys coming up with those 22 points, with a lot of it coming from their 2 bigger guys, TJ Pipkins and Eric Smith. Landon Robinson with 4 points as well. Pipkins with 4. Eric Smith with 4. They're very balanced across the board. Notre Dame, they're 10 points coming from 3 players, if I'm not mistaken. Rue Piper has 3. Liam O'Neill tallies 5 with that banked 3 there before the end of the half, and then Ament picked up 2 early in the first quarter. Anything that you're seeing from the balanced scoring? It looks a lot like a freshman game.
It really does, and again, the point that you made, you know, for Champaign is the 2 big kids inside were able to clean some things up or make some strong moves at the basket. Robinson has just been very active for him, and Zarco Gutierrez got a couple baskets just by being active. Got 1, I think, early in their offense, and again, just balance. What I've been impressed with them is they're not trying to do too much. They're playing together. They're moving the ball well, and they're picking their spots when they drive. And they've only taken what I would call maybe a couple bad shots this half. So they've done a nice job, and it's reflected in their balanced scoring.
I completely agree. Well, folks, we've got just under 8 minutes left in halftime. We're going to take a break here, and again, we will not have halftime highlights here. It's a freshman game, and sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. The key to that today is Mike Baer. And Mike Baer is doing his coaching of soccer today, and so we'll blame Mike for no halftime highlights, although the success of our soccer program is critical as well at Notre Dame. So our lack of highlights here is also balanced by our wonderful success of soccer.
That's right.
So enjoy a view of our wonderful half court, and we'll be back in just over 7 minutes to bring you the second half of the freshman game here. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
Hey everybody, we want you to sign up for our YouTube. Wait a minute.
Welcome back, folks, for the second half of the freshman game between Champaign Central and Peoria Notre Dame. Central leads the Irish 22-10. And on the floor for the Irish, we have Rupiper, O'Neill, O'Donnell, Ament, and Elward. On the other side of the ball, we welcome Smith, Pipkins, number 13, Landon Robinson, number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez, and number 11, Chris Miller. And here we go.
So we'll see how the second half starts. Hopefully we can get off to a good start on the Irish side.
Coming in hot. Sorry, folks. Sorry to be so loud on there, but we had a ball coming in, sailing towards our monitor, and I just wanted to save everybody's life here at the table.
Mrs. Bear reacts much better than Mr. Bear. I
don't
know how you feel about that. But
I felt safe the whole time.
Yes. Mr. Bear was under the table. By this time, we'd be telling him to get back up. Everything's okay.
Safe.
It's okay.
You know, we can turn off the air sirens and everything. She was calm, collected. I don't even think she broke a sweat. Nice feed underneath from O'Donnell to Ament.
Right idea, but he did. He took that extra step, but it was a right idea.
And here are the Maroons with the ball near the top of the key. Smith wants to take that shot, but just doesn't feel comfortable. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson, who had a strong first half, drives once again, and
he took that extra step.
2 possessions into the second half, and we have 2 travel calls. And here are the Maroons with some full court pressure. Ball comes from O'Donnell to Ament, gets it up to Rupiper. And O'Neill wants to set up the offense, kicks it to Rupiper on the free throw line extended. And here comes Rupiper driving again. Kicks it the full baseline. Rupiper swings it. Back to Ament, over to Elward, gets it back to O'Neill, back to Elward. Ament calling for it underneath. He wants to do some work down inside. O'Neill swings it back up top, looks to set things up, back over again. Nice drive. O'Neill pulls it back out, swings it to Ament. Over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a good look inside. Rupiper fakes it.
Good shot
goes
fake.
Back up. Nice look to inside to Rupiper. Unfortunately, the shot was blocked. And he hustled after it, knocked it out of bounds, and it's Maroons ball. Number 35, Benjamin Bandy, checks in for Central. And Robinson brings the ball up for the Maroons. Robinson with the step back 3, rims out. O'Donnell with the rebound, gets it to O'Neill, and here come the Irish. O'Neill with a nice strong move through the lane. Gets a little contact, no call. Ament fights for it. Went back and forth a little bit. Ament gets a nice feed from O'Neill.
Very good ball
O'Donnell.
movement.
Nice rebound for O'Neill, and in the ensuing contact, O'Neill draws a foul on number 11, Chris Miller. That'll be Miller's first, team's first of the second half. Nice work by O'Neill underneath.
It was
the hoop
playing hard. All around, we were after the ball that time on both ends of the floor, playing very hard. Got a nice shot in transition. Moved the ball well, got a nice shot, just didn't get it to fall.
Elward shot just a little bit short on that 3. And Central brings the ball back. 35 Bandy with it up top, swings it to Pipkins, gives it back to number 21, Zarco Gutierrez, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson looks to go to work, kicks it to Pipkins. The ball's a little too long. Miller fights for it. There's O'Neill on the ground. There's that O'Neill hustle.
He just plays so hard.
Gets it down to Rupiper, swings it back to O'Neill. O'Neill slows it down, sets it back up. Miller looks to attack. O'Neill corrals the ball, gets it back to Ament. O'Donnell pulls it up, looks to feed, gets it over to Elward. Elward swings it back around to O'Neill. Nice screen from Ament. Ament did not see the feed from O'Neill on the ensuing pick and roll, and the ball was thrown away.
Yeah, again, they're just trying to do it. It's just a matter of getting the spacing. The spacing wasn't correct on the pick and roll.
Prior to the timeout, which will subsequently be the media timeout, number 12, Bryce Seaton, checks in for the Irish.
But sometimes on that pick and roll, the ball handler is got to now take his dribble and possibly once he sees that, back off just a second, draw the defense with him. Now you can make that pass. And usually a better pass, you can throw over the top sometimes. That's tougher to do unless it's wide open. But sometimes that little bounce pass, or we call that little pocket pass, will be the most effective for him.
Absolutely.
But again, they're looking to do the right thing. Now it's just a matter of doing it over and over again to where you're able to execute it without any issues.
Once again, folks, you saw up there flashing across our screen the incredible sponsors that make this live stream free for all our viewers. And again, we want to welcome our friends in Champaign, the fans of Champaign Central Maroons. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We hope you'll stay with us for our triple header this evening as we do welcome the Maroons of Champaign Central High School to Peoria for 3 games. This being the first one, the 2 freshman teams, and then the sophomores will kick off as close to 5:30 as possible, and then the varsity teams will play near around 7 o'clock for the marquee event, if you will.
And every game in our league is a good game. It's a tough game. There's nobody is. You go in and declare somebody this is definite favorite to win this game. So I think this varsity game is going to be just like all the other ones we've seen, and it's going to be tough all the way through.
Absolutely. 21, Zarco Gutierrez with the ball near the top of the key. Swings it to Miller, to Sutton. Bartlett's in the game for the Maroons. And again, happy feet, strike again, and the ball will come back to the Irish. And again, we have another, I suppose it's called a mask violation. If a referee sees a mask down, you are automatically substituted out of the game. So number 42, or check that, number 45, I believe it was, Sutton checking in for the Maroons. Nice hustle there from number 21, Diego Zarco Gutierrez, tipping the ball on the ensuing pass from O'Neill, but it stayed with the Irish.
And again, that's one of those where the tendency is always to go with your strong hand on the steal. If you notice, he's in a position where if he taps the ball out with his left hand on defense, he's probably got a steal. He reaches across his body, and that's just some fundamentals kids will learn as they move along here. Nice shot.
That was a great way to follow the rebound there. O'Neill followed his own rebound, got it, kicked it out to O'Donnell, and O'Donnell got a nice shot there. Nice rebound again from O'Neill. Maroons hold a 10-point lead here in the third. Nice feed from O'Donnell down to Ament. JP Ament just couldn't convert on the layup, but he did draw the foul. Drawing the foul on number 1, Chase Bartlett. That'll be his first. And team second, Ament will go to the line, shooting 2 shots. Ament misses his first, and checking in for the Maroons, number 3, Lawrence Davis, and number 40, Eric Smith.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Central has scored yet this quarter.
No, they have not.
And we've only scored 2?
Right.
There's
and now
third.
3. As Ament hits.
So we're going to call this good defense this quarter?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent defense.
Over halfway through with 3 minutes to go.
But, you look at the game, and we have struggled in some areas and been a little bit outmanned around the basket, and we're in this thing.
Right.
We just need to continue to play hard at this end and hope we can get some shots to fall.
Sutton looking to feed inside to Smith. Smith wanted that ball inside on the mismatch. Zarco Gutierrez with the ball. Now he feeds to Pipkins on a mismatch. Just a little too much on the shot and falls short. And here comes O'Neill leading the Irish in transition. Drew Piper with the ball, and sure enough, number 3, Lawrence Davis reaching across the body. You're not going to hide that from the referee right in front of you.
No, that's going to, most of the time it's going to be called a foul, whether you touch him or not, and in that case, he definitely made contact.
That'll be Davis's second foul, team's third for the half. Drew Piper looking to penetrate. And again, Davis with good defense. O'Donnell with the ball now near the top of the key. Strong move from O'Donnell.
Very
and
nice
a good
pass.
feed. Former St. Vincent teammates, O'Donnell to Ament. Ament picking up his second and third points of the quarter. That brings the Irish within 8 here with under 2 minutes to go. 22-15, Maroons over the Irish. Once again, we are in the third quarter. Smith with the ball at the top of the key for the Maroons. He looks to make a strong move inside.
We've done a much better job of just stopping that penetration, and we've also given them basically one shot every time down. See if we can continue that.
Chris Miller moves the ball, kicks it up to Lawrence Davis. Now number 42, Pipkins with the ball, swings it to Smith. Smith wants to drive on this mismatch. He has a nice pass that's overshot.
Very nice play.
Nice rebound by number 40, Eric Smith, and he'll get his first points of the second quarter for their, for the second half for their team. Nice feed inside once again from O'Neill. Just a little too much on the shot for Ament. And the Maroons will bring it back the other way. Miller swings it to Pipkins, who swings it back, and a long shot for Smith off the mark. O'Donnell fights for it, gets it tipped to O'Neill.
Good decision by O'Neill.
Yeah. Seaton was calling for it. O'Neill waved it off. It was a smart move. Now the ball to O'Donnell, to Seaton. Swings it to O'Neill, back to Seaton. They're just settling it down. Nice screen from Ament.
Right now it'd be nice to score a bucket here. We have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Could be a nice little swing for us.
O'Neill with a nice spin move. Oh, and again, a good look inside. Oh, just couldn't fall for Drew Piper. It was a great look, just couldn't convert. And a nice last-second shot from Chris Miller. Just couldn't get the shot to fall.
I tell you, Miller had great court awareness there to catch the ball like he did and
Absolutely.
turn and throw that up. You like to see that.
And going into the fourth quarter, the Maroons lead 24 over the Irish's 15. And it's a nice quarter for the Irish. Strong defense there, only giving up 2 points that quarter.
And really, I think we maybe gave up, if I'm not mistaken, maybe one offensive rebound that quarter, and that turned into a bucket for him. So if we're bodying up a little bit. I'm hearing the central coach, howling a couple times, that we're making some contact on defense, and that's good for our kids. If you get called for a foul, you get called for a foul, but we're bellying up, we're guarding them, and if they start calling those fouls, then you stop doing that. But until then, you just play a little more physical, and we're getting bodies on them for rebounding. I noticed that Central started the second half with a bigger lineup than what they started the game with. We'll see if they go back to that or what they're planning on doing. But we've kind of taken them away from what they want to do offensively, at least that quarter.
So number 21, Mason Cogdell, is checked in for the Irish, along with number 10, Elijah Gilbert. Also on the floor for the Irish, number 1, Andrew Elward. Number 12, Bryce Seaton. And inbounding the ball right now is number 15, Patrick O'Donnell. On the floor for the Maroons, we have 13, Landon Robinson. Number 14, TJ Pipkins. Number 11, Chris Miller. Number 40, Eric Smith. And number 45, Ben Sutton. Maroons have the ball. Smith kicks it to Robinson. Robinson looking to penetrate. Good defense from Gilbert. A nice feed inside, poked away by the Irish, but still controlled. Oh, there's a scrum on the floor. Great hustle from Seaton.
Seton made a
forcing
good
the
play
jump ball.
initially by
Absolutely.
slapping the ball away on the post, and then the dive on the floor to go get it. I saw Coach Blackford up applauding that, and that's what you want to see from your kids.
Forces the jump ball. Ball does stay with Central. Miller kicks it wide to Sutton. Sutton gets it back up to Pipkins at the top of the key. Looks like Central does want to get that ball inside the lane, but they are struggling at this point. Smith with the ball inside. They're going to have some trouble. And again, there it is. Eric Smith gets the shot off, misses, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in for 2.
Smith is active and pretty good job getting the ball in the basket.
Long shot for number 10, Elijah Gilbert, off the mark, and here come the Maroons the other way. Robinson with the ball, kicks it out to Pipkins. Pipkins with the long shot, off. Gilbert with the rebound for the Irish. Here comes Elward, looking to set up the offense.
Pipkins looks like he's going to be a good shooter. Got a nice shot. Not afraid to take it.
Keidel kicks it to Seton. Seton with the long shot off the mark. The ball thrown off the mark, out of bounds, and number 4, Brady Carew, checks in for the Irish. 15 O'Donnell throwing the ball in for the Irish. Elward with the ball. Number 20, Mottler's in for the Irish as well, if I hadn't mentioned that. Crew with the ball, swings it to Mottler. Swings it to Elward, good look inside, just got to get that ball over the defense. And there's a turnover for the Irish. Here comes Smith with the ball. Gets it to Miller, Miller to Robinson. Robinson back to Smith. Back to Robinson. Robinson looks to drive, a nice move. Just kind of fell short. Didn't quite have enough on it. And
we did a good job. No contact there. We forced him to go a little bit out of control, which he did.
Nice strong move from Carew. Just couldn't get it to fall. The Irish are staying aggressive, down by 11 here with about 5:20 left in the 4th quarter. Just a tough time getting some shots to fall.
Good hustle rebound by Robinson.
Yep.
We need to get that. Anytime they miss a shot, we got to come up with it.
So out of bounds called on the Irish. It'll stay underneath the Central basket. Robinson with the ball. He wants to feed it in to 45. Sutton checks it off. They swing it around. Goes back to Robinson. Strong move to the hoop. Little jumper off the mark. Mottler with the strong rebound. Starts the break. Mottler pulls it back up. Looks to start the offense. Gets it back into Elward's hand. Elward swings it to Carew. Carew looks to attack. Kicks it long to Seton. Nice screen from O'Donnell. Mottler swings it. Elward's got it. Free throw line extended. Cross court to Seton. Another screen from O'Donnell. Seton gets it to Mottler. Mottler with the ball. Brings it around to Carew. Carew again with a nice drive. A nice drive and floater from Carew. Off the mark. Nice rebound from Elward. Put back not good. And Smith gets the rebound, and here we come back for the Maroons. Irish are working the ball well down there. Shots just are not falling. Falls on number 4, Brady Carew. I'll tell you, that defense right there from Carew, I would take that every time. Just stopping that drive from Landon Robinson. O'Neill's back in for the Irish.
We're going to get an official's timeout here. He checked with both coaches. Coach Blackford wanted one.
I don't necessarily think that's a bad move.
No, I think it should be required.
Conversation
not an
over there. Yeah. Prior to that timeout, number 23, Ivan Winfrey, and number 35, Benjamin Bandy, have checked in for the Maroons.
And you had made the comment before that timeout that we've just had a ton of shots around the basket that just haven't fallen. And I would imagine if they keep any kind of shot chart, or if they look at this game afterwards and look at that, they're just going to look at all the opportunities. Plus, free throw wise, I don't know where we are, but we've missed our share of free throws as well. And when it's when you've got 15 points in the fourth quarter, you need all the points you can get, and we've left a lot of them.
Absolutely.
That we could have converted, we just didn't. Part of it is, we get the ball around the basket. And again, they're a little bit bigger than us at every size, and that just changes your shot just a little bit, makes it a little more difficult to get the ball in the basket, get a good look at what you're doing. And so we have to open things up a little bit by making some shots from the outside. We just hadn't had them fall. Of course, there haven't been a lot of shots made either way this second half. The score the second half, if I'm not mistaken, is 5-4 Notre Dame at this point. If I'm looking.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. It's Notre Dame is leading the second half 5-4, and again, they do have a little bit more size, height-wise, strength, pound for pound. I don't know if I can give a nod to either team right now. Notre Dame certainly not having the inches. Strength-wise, you have Mottler, you have Ament, you have a lot of these boys, O'Donnell, who are strong boys. Nice inbounds, looking for the alley-oop, and couldn't quite convert, but Smith with a strong spin move picks up the foul. I'm guessing it's going to be on Elward.
And Elward was looking again to do the right thing by getting there and getting position, but he waited a little bit too long to body up on him, but it was the right thing to do. He's not going to block his shot. You need to get the position.
Eric Smith, that's a hard one to body up at even at the freshman level. I mean, he's strong, he's got size, and Smith made a nice move there.
He did. Smith's a nice player.
Smith missed his first free throw. Nice rebound for Carew. Outlets it to his point guard, Liam O'Neal. And here comes Winfrey with some intense defense on O'Neal. Ball goes to Mottler. Mottler looking to make a move. Kicks it out to Elward. Here comes Elward down the lane.
Nice kick.
Nice looking shot from O'Neal, just off the mark. Pipkins with a nice rebound. Here comes Mottler with some strong defense. Carew, great help defense from Brady Carew there to stop the transition. Smith looking to drive again. Winfrey with the ball, gets it out to Pipkins. Pipkins with the long shot off the mark again. Nice rebound for number 35 there, Bandy. And here comes Smith again with a strong move through the lane, just off the mark, and again gets his own rebound. Smith with his own rebound.
And that's the case on the initial shot. We left our feet, so now when the shot was missed, the offense is in a better position to get the rebound than the defense. That's where you stay your ground.
Right.
You stay down. You worry about getting the rebound. You're not going to block your shot.
So Smith misses the ensuing three-point play. But Smith is the only one who has scored here for Central in the second half. Sorry, in the second
entire half. Yes. There haven't been many points in this half.
Right. It was the right idea from O'Neal, just a little too much on the pass. And checking in for the Irish, we'll have J.P. Ament.
13, J.P. Ament after the Irish.
I've been impressed this game with the play of Elward for us. I think he's just he's played very hard both ends. He's tried to make some things happen on offense. Again, he's penetrating, looking to make the right pass. Another excellent pass on his part.
Another great pass to Brady Carew. That's a great move there for great move from Elward there.
Yeah, I think he's this whole half I've kind of been keying on him a little bit, and defensively he's shown some toughness. He's got a tough matchup there. The Zarco Gutierrez kid is a nice player.
Nice move from 42 Pipkins.
And Elward has not backed down from that challenge at all. And like I said, he's done some nice things with the ball. And getting back on Pipkins, I mentioned this earlier. I think Pipkins he's a kid that I think has a chance to score a lot of points in this program. Got a nice shot, nice touch.
Number 23, Ivan Winfrey picks up another foul there for the Maroons. And number 3, Lawrence Davis checks in along with Landon Robinson for the Maroons. Nice strong move from Liam O'Neill. Goes up with his dominant left, just a little too hard off the glass. Maroons get the rebound, and they transition back from our right to left. Pipkins with the ball, looks to drive, kicks it, and a nice strong move, and good.
Excellent pass.
Good pass from Zarco Gutierrez over to number 13, Landon Robinson, 4-2.
Yeah, Zarco is just, he's good with the ball. He sees things. He really makes their offense. When he's on the floor, they're much better than when he's not on the floor.
Crew patience with the drive, but takes a good look, and another
nice cut,
just
nice
nice pass from Carew to O'Neill to finish there.
Or that was Tommy
Oh, it's
Mottler. I believe,
Mottler.
on
I'm
the
sorry.
finish.
Yes.
Nice cut by Tommy and good finish.
Great job.
But like
there,
you said, an excellent pass.
Nice finish there for Mottler, picking up his first 2 of the game. Great defense there for number 4, Brady Carew, forcing the turnover, and the Irish will come back. O'Neill kicks it to Elward. Elward looks to force it into a man. Irish kept the ball. Carew with the ball. Feeds Mottler. Mottler with a long shot.
Yeah, why not shoot it?
And if there was time on that clock, they would have called that. The referee would have called that.
That would have been a foul. Yes.
Absolutely. So, folks, that'll do it for the freshman game. Final score: Champaign Central 32, Notre Dame 19. Mike, initial thoughts on that one?
You look at it, you look at a score, and you think we scored 19 points. You might be a little disappointed, but I think the coaches will take something positive out of, particularly the second half. We only gave up 10 points in the second half, which is a nice thing. We played, I thought extremely hard with much more intensity. We did a better job rebounding that half. Just a matter, again, if you give up 32 points in a game, you like your chances to win that game. So we just got to be a little more efficient on offense and have a little more success that way. But again, when we're missing a few players, and some of those players are crucial, particularly around the basket for us, that makes a difference. So I think you take away a lot of positives from this in terms of you just look at some things that you can build on.
Couldn't agree more with you, Coach. And a nice game there for the freshmen. Coming up next, we do welcome the sophomore teams for both Champaign Central and Notre Dame. Not much more to say here. We hope we'll get an opportunity to talk to coaches and players for maybe even the sophomores, but definitely for the varsity teams. And then we'll get our full staff here in the upcoming games. We'll get you some highlights for the later games. And we want to thank, again, having Mrs. Bear with us here, working the table with us, is we can't thank her enough. I don't know if we'll have her for the full night, but we know we'll have the better of the 2 Bears with us if she's with us. But
no question, Mr. Bear, if you're listening, you just bring us some food. But other than that, we're in good hands right here.
Again, for the freshman game, final score: Champaign Central 30, Notre Dame 19. We'll look forward to seeing you here in about 15-20 minutes for the sophomore tip-off. Thank you much.